What's going on, guys? So you decided to join the army, and in this video I'm going to talk to you guys about the thing that surprised me the most about the army. So this is a video that I kind of just wanted to throw out there for you guys who are about to join the military. This probably applies to all the branches. It definitely applies to the Army and the Army Reserves, which are the two things I have my experience with. And that is the amount of downtime that you have, an amount of needless, just wasted time that you spend doing nothing, right? And I know you hear it all the time. A lot of you guys who are about to join, you hear one of the first things that you hear about when you're about to join from former military vets and stuff like that is hurry up and wait, hurry up and wait, hurry up and wait. You know, all the military is you just hurry up and wait, which is a good thing because you're usually on time for things, but just the amount of sheer wasted time, right? So at basic training, you guys will be just especially at reception, but at basic training as well, you guys will just be astounded at how bored you are sometimes, right? So at reception, you just stand around in line for hours, you sit outside on bleachers for hours, you sit down for hours doing nothing, not allowed to talk, not allowed to move, not allowed to do whatever. That's reception, right? So that's what you're looking at when you go to reception. Boring as crap, right? Then you go to basic training. You're like, yeah, we get to do stuff. We get to do all these cool things, right? Then you go to the range, and you got 200 plus people waiting to go shoot, and it takes each person about 10 minutes, right? So you sit on the bleachers. You're not supposed to be loud. You can, if you're lucky, talk a little bit, and you just sit there for 5 hours until you get to go shoot for your 5 to 10 minutes. And then whenever you're done with that, you go eat an MRE, sit down, and wait around for a couple more hours, right? That's basic training. You do some stuff that takes a couple minutes, and then the rest of the time you're sitting around waiting on things if you're not getting smoked or whatever. So that's kind of basic training. Then you get to AIT, and you're like, yes, we're at AIT. We get to actually do our job, and we actually get to do all this stuff, right? Well, yes, you get to go to your classes and do all this stuff, but again, the amount of freaking wasted time that you spend standing around in formation is ridiculous. I think it's really stupid. And this is one of the reasons I want to be an officer, guys. So one of the reasons I want to be an officer is to make things time efficient and not have so much standing around waiting nonsense. Because, you know, for example, in the mornings at AIT, we would have to be at the formations 15 minutes early, right? Well, eventually they made it to where you had to be early to the 15 minutes early. And then they made it to where you had to be 15 minutes early to the 15 minutes early. And then you had to be early to that, just a couple minutes early. So you basically had to be at the formations about 35 minutes early, or you were freaking late. Like, that was just, I mean, it was stupid. And I mean, I was one of the leaders that was trying to get accountability and do all this stuff, but it was just needless, right? And it's just like that in the military. You have to just, you go and you wait in a formation, you're standing there and you're doing nothing, and you're just looking around, you know, asking, you know, your buddy, like, you know, what's taking so long, what's going on, and all of a sudden, you know, somebody comes out and you finally figure out what you're doing, and it's just, I don't know. A lot of that is just really, really stupid. So, and then, you know, for me, I make it to drill and I'm in the reserves, right? Well, it's not like you're doing something 24/7, right? So there's a lot of downtime. I wish it was a little bit less downtime. So some downtime is good, so you're not going all the time. But, you know, the sheer boredom of the military is probably a lot greater than a lot of you guys think. So, for example, when I was at AIT, me and my friend, we were sitting there talking about all the freaking wasted time. We qualified this as wasted time. So, you know, if you're in a formation for, you know, 15 minutes and then you do whatever you're supposed to do, that's fine. But if you're waiting in a formation for an hour and a half before you have to do your thing, then that's an hour and 15 minutes of wasted time, right? So we kept track for a week, basically, how much wasted time we spent at AIT in formations, waiting on stuff, waiting to hand out mail. That was just stupid. I don't know why they could just throw out they could have just said, read off a list of the names that got mail, and then they could have just met up with them rather than spending 45 minutes handing out mail, having people run back and forth. It was just stupid, right? So we ended up calculating on really a minimum of 4 hours a day of wasted time. So let's just say 5 hours on average of wasted time every day at AIT. That is mind-blowing, and hopefully that gives you guys some kind of something to look forward to, is all the wasted time informations that you're going to have, and all the times you're going to be 2 hours early to whatever you've got to be at, or all the times that you are somewhere where you don't have to be, but you're just kind of sitting there for an hour, and it's just ridiculous. So that's something fun for you guys to look forward to. So that's really something that I wanted to talk about today. It was kind of just on my mind, and I thought, I might, make a video about it, because whenever I went into the Army, I had heard the hurry up and wait, hurry up and wait, hurry up and wait, hurry up and wait kind of thing, and I never really thought about it. But at reception, that was the most bored I've ever been in my entire life, was at reception. Fort Benning, basic training, I was extremely bored there too a lot of the time. So there was a lot of downtimes. AIT was a lot better, but they were still just, at this point I knew there was a better way. So that's pretty much it for this video. I don't want to make it sound like, things are horrible and whatnot, but I thought this was kind of a little funny topic to talk about, that, there's a lot of downtime that people don't really talk about. And what I normally tell people is that if you're going to join the military, a lot of people say, is it worth it? Do you like it? Do you like the military, and is it worth it to you? Well, I say yes. And then the next thing I say is, yes, it's worth it. And if it's worth it for you, it all depends on your opinion on how much you weight all the downtime and the stupidity. Because you join the military, there's a lot of stupid stuff. A lot of it, in my opinion, is just the needless waiting around. And then you do all the cool stuff, right? So you get to shoot, you get to do all these cool things, you get to, be around a lot of cool people and stuff like that. So that's the cool stuff. But then there's a whole lot of bad, just stupid baggage and bullcrap that goes along with it. And one of those things is just the boredom, and just how often you are doing needless stuff. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Just something a little bit different. It's not going to change and blow your world, but just, be on the lookout, guys, that especially you guys about to leave for reception, you're probably about to be bored out of your mind. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoy reception basic training in your military careers. And yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.